I have made a terrible mistake. When I put this antenna on, I use symmetry. Bob can't get out. Bob can't get out. So I have to send Bill out here to detach it. This mission just gets better and better.
That ship doesn't have a reaction.
Okay, I'm sorry, what?
Instant corrections make your writing high quality and mistake free.
Am I just getting...
So you can focus on
am I getting an ad to learn English? Like, okay, granted, it's Grammarly ad. But, like,
fluency suggestions tailored specifically
it's
for
insinuating that I'm not fluent in English.
See why 98% of multilingual speakers using Grammarly report
I'm not a
that it
multilingual
helps them
speaker.
write in English fluently.
I'm sorry, what?
You can also accelerate your
Are you
productivity
insulting
by
my
using
English
Grammarly
skills?
to quickly compose and reply in your own voice. English writing
Shut
may
up!
be easy.
Skip ad
Download
already.
for free
Okay,
and
no. Okay, alright. Okay. I guess this is as good as the place as I need to start the episode. Hello everyone, Ultimate Steve here. As you saw, we had a little bit of an issue with the first version. Keep accidentally showing my desktop, my bad. And I forgot that this command pod that has two people on it does not have reaction wheels. So I relaunched everything I had to reaction wheel, and then I got insulted. My English skills got insulted, as you just saw a second ago. We are approaching the rendezvous point. There probably won't be anything interesting in this last mega long ion burn to rendezvous. There's not going to be much to talk about, so I'll probably just let this play on, but there have just been a few hilarious moments I had to commentate over. Okay, so we have fixed it so we can get out now. We transferred the data, and good riddance to Island Rescuer 1, nowhere near enough Delta V. Enough to help, though. I'm not entirely sure if I've talked about this already, but a while back ago on Reddit, someone posted a picture of one of their Jebediah Kermans that had gotten thrown out of the thrown out of the system on an escape trajectory, like crackened out, like you know, they're your typical launching at 17 times the speed of light, except it was not launched at 17 times the speed of light. it was launched at 150 kilometers per second or so. And I'm like, hold on, that's almost a reasonable number. No, not entirely a reasonable number, but reasonable enough that I was like, okay, could this guy be rescued? And I came up with two methods. Number one was using a mass driver approach, which wouldn't have. I don't think it would have ended up working, because there was just too much that had to go right. Because like, I could send individual parts up that speed pretty reliably with a mass driver, but you would need more than one part in order to rendezvous those parts into a craft. And then, of course, you need to mass driver so many parts in the exact right direction to make a rescue mission. And I had Kraken issues. But then, ion stacks. Ion, I would have been able to barely do it, with almost, if I had a slightly more powerful computer. So, I could basically my idea was to take a ship with 160 kilometers per second of delta V, set it up, and slow build down by 10 kilometers per second to 140. Then I would have sent up an identical ship, which would slow them down by 20 to 120, and then an identical ship, which would have enough delta V to slow them down by 40 to 80, and then the last one would decelerate them to 0. And then we probably need one more to actually get them home. But we could save Jebediah, this guy's Jebediah Kerman, that way. But unfortunately, my computer was not capable of getting the last 10 kilometers per second. It was really close. I could get within 10 kilometers per second of how much I needed, but never quite exactly there. And that's the reason I have near future technologies or near future propulsion or whatever it is installed in this mod, because I looked at some of the Delta V maps beforehand, and I cannot go to other planets with ion propulsion in this mod pack. I cannot go to some of those planets in stock and with this current computer, basically. Okay, that's enough chit chat. Let's go back to long ion burns. Alright, what's it gonna be? We finally, after several missions, it is 5,605 science for a total of 5,618 to spend. Alright, that was way too much, but we explored the entire Clara system, not landing, but we got to the worlds of the Clara system. Some of them are interesting, and might come back to visit some of them. So, right now we have a choice. Do we go and visit those worlds up close, or do we go and survey more worlds from afar? I'm kind of leaning towards surveying the worlds from afar. Just so I'm absolutely sure that I actually do. Okay, one, so I actually get to see the planets at least once. And number two, just because the appeal of playing this mod pack for me was, okay, how do I get to the planets around the black hole? Because that's going to require a lot of delta V. So that's my plan right now. I'll probably still land on a few of the special ones. So right now, let's look at the end of the ion, where is the ion, advanced ion propulsion? I'm looking for the Joule 4 ion thruster, which is going to be, I think, in here somewhere. I snap the Joule 4 grid ion thruster, which is 2,000 science on his own, which is going to be a pain. What are its stats? 3.85 kilonewtons, that's not bad. 19,200 specific impulse, and it draws a xenon. How much electric charge is that? 399 per second. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt so bad. Oh man. Because what is that? That's oh man. is the normal ion engine. That's only 15 per second. So what is that? 15. So 300 divided. So that's wait. Sorry, is it 400 per second? Was it or? I need 27 times as much power as I need for that one. Okay, maybe there are a few more reasonable, less efficient ion engines. I probably can't even buy that anyway. The high snap, about half as efficient, but still like more than twice as efficient as the normal ion engine. For 200 a second. And higher thrust, that's not bad. What else do we got here? 3,000, that's not enough specific impulse. I need more specific impulse. Of course, I could also start looking at like some of the more exotic rockets over here. That's going to be in probably. Does near future have like better nuclear rockets? I thought they did. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so at the very minimum, we're going to want this, and then we're going to want this for the one that's all right. And this last one we can afford, but it may not be our best option. Because we do also need extremely large solar panel power, and that's going to be the high power electrics node, most likely. Yeah, unless there's reactors. What do we have reactor-wise in this mod pack? We've got the Garnet, which is 400 electric charge per second at 1.7 tons. That's exactly how much we need, but it's 1.7 tons. There's the Turbo Power, which is 60 per second at 0.28 tons. So its power density isn't as good, but is lighter. And then, of course, we will want specialized fuel storage at some point for the bigger xenon tanks. So there's probably, yep, there's better xenon tanks here, but that requires a decent amount of stuff to get to. So now we're in the weird position where we have the engine required to explore the farthest reaches of the solar system, but we do not have the power required to run that engine. We can probably skimp on the fuel for a while. But I am going to try to get to improved nuclear power, which requires it requires this, it requires this. And that, in turn, will allow us to get nuclear propulsion, which will allow us to get nuclear power, which will allow us to get improved nuclear power. That does place, hold on, fission reactor. What else is this? This is 3,000 per second. Do we unlock a more efficient, smaller reactor at some point? I don't think so. No, it does not look like it. The nuclear fuel systems. And again, we pretty much have to buy... Wait, no, I just unlocked reactors. Why did I buy power? Silly me. Capacitors. Fuel cell array. Plasma propulsion. Yeah, okay, so I either can save up, or I can get some quality of life stuff, because I haven't even gotten aviation yet. Landing is going to be a thing. Advanced flight control is going to be a thing. Especially because that allows us to use the maneuver tool on MechJeb. Bigger fairings and docking ports. Precision propulsion is another thing I'd like having. Very heavy rocketry is tempting. I'm within spitting distance of being able to get high-performance fuel systems. I am 1.7 science short, which really bugs me. Let's get the gravioli detector, I guess, so we can get more science faster. And then I'll basically just dump the rest into a few of the low-tier nodes, just so I have some of that stuff. It's really good to have. And I will see what I come up with.